What is the most challenging aspect of being a social media manager and why? It's the opposite. It's the flip side of the coin. You're talking to the customer. You are getting the unfiltered voice of the customer. And if you work for an organization that doesn't have a commitment to the finest quality, the best service, and the lowest costs, you're going to hear about it. And depending on the company you work for, it may be vigorous responses. You will deal with the best and the worst of humanity in the job as a social media manager. You will see things, you will deal with things that you never thought you'd have to. You have to manage those situations in ways that to the best of your ability, but you may not have the professional training to handle. There are documented instances of people having to deal with people in severe crises, criminal acts, you name it. There's all sorts of things that the job of social media manager does not necessarily include. And granted, depending on the company you work for, you may never run into those situations, but they are not out of the realm of possibility, and they have happened. And you may alternatingly be facing a job as marketing person, customer service person, but also therapist, conduit to law enforcement, all sorts of things that can happen, will happen in any time you are in a public-facing role. And you have to be prepared for that. You have to have a plan for that for yourself. Make sure that you avail yourself, if your company offers it, resources like therapy and psychological consultation for dealing with unusually traumatic situations. Know what your own weaknesses are and what buttons people can push that will make you react in ways that are unprofessional. And buddy up. Have somebody, maybe not if there's nobody at your company, maybe in a group. Join the Agora Pulse groups on Facebook. Join Social Media Marketing School, etc. But have a buddy to talk to commiserate, to share war stories and such. But to have some resources, because you as a social media manager will need a community of your own to deal with all the crazy things that the human race has to offer, for good or ill. So yeah, that would be the most challenging aspect by far.